Hey guys, now it's me, Michael McJunkin, if you can recognize the voice. Earlier I did honest review of the new Looney Tunes show. Now, I feel like maybe I could have renewed the video since it's not as good. Now it's only got 52 views, well, 52 if you count me watching it my own more than once. In this one, I'm going to do a commentary on a recent video from benthelooney, the creator of that character, benthelooney. As he's like kind of throwing water on the fire, like here. As I can say, hey, my honest thoughts.
Hello folks, benthelooney is here again. I've reviewed a lot of things that were really hard for me to watch, but nothing was as big of an insult to me as the Looney Tunes show. I know I badmouthed this show so many times in the past, but that's only because of how much it personally hurts me. So, I'm going to give a thorough explanation as to why I believe that this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. For starters, I'm a huge fan of Looney Tunes, as you all are aware of. They are one of the kind
Yes, we are all aware about it. We've watched your previous video.
Cartoons that can't be matched or topped. So, I was always worried about how modern updates to them would be done. I don't even like the idea of updating Looney Tunes because they're timeless. They don't at all feel like they were made several years ago, with the exception of the World War II cartoons. So, when I saw that Cartoon Network was going to make a new Looney Tunes series, I was kind of excited at first because it showed promise, but my expectations were soon crushed, and my first viewing of the show almost made me lose faith in the animation industry. How could someone screw up the most well-known cartoon character so much? It was too hard to believe that this show is proof that it actually happened. Where this show fails is that it ignores the traits of the characters. The show portrays Bugs Bunny as an average Joe who has bad luck. Well, if the crew of this show would actually watch a Bugs Bunny cartoon, they would see that he's supposed to be a wise guy who's able to outsmart opposers who interfere with him. He's supposed to represent the guy who we want to be, not who we are. Then, they screw up.
If you say that he can't win all the time because he would get boring, then it's obvious you don't understand the fun of this. Sad to say, Doug Walker, who did his editorial on the Looney Tunes show, he made a statement about being boring if he always won. Like he forgot about the quote Chuck Jones said, "Bugs is who we are and Daffy's who we want to be." Ugh.
My favorite character, Daffy, turning him into a brain-dead moron.
I can agree with that. I mean, I don't like how my favorite character Daffy's portrayed that way.
Again, in the original shorts, he wasn't stupid. He just made common mistakes that we all make.
Oh, and as for Bugs Bunny being a loser, I don't mind him getting tormented by Lola. I mean, as long as it doesn't as loser stuff doesn't happen because of Daffy.
His plans are actually clever, but they just have loopholes that his enemies are able to spot and take advantage of. While I prefer the crazy Daffy from the 30s to the early 50s, the egotistical Daffy is insane in his own little way, which I am entertained by. I would go into how I believe they ruined all the other characters, but I'm trying to keep this video as short as possible.
Oh, now, to be fair for me, there are some episodes that I find to be like where Daffy would be less of a dummy. Like, my favorites being You Got Hate Mail, Beauty School, Double Date. Like, I wouldn't mind if he's portrayed as sympathetic, like, a bit like me.
However, I will say that this show also seems to ignore the fact that while Bugs and Daffy are the most popular Looney Tunes characters, the shorts weren't all about them. So, it's kind of frustrating seeing them being the center of all the plots. The original Looney Tunes shorts made sure to have variety. Looney Tunes are 7-minute shorts, the stories were fast-paced and the gags came quickly, which heightened their comedic impact. However, since this show is a 22-minute episodic format, it has to stretch the stories out, and the gags take their sweet time showing up.
Well, at least if they give a sitcom-esque plot, it would at least be able to extend the episodes. I mean, we could say some bad examples would be Casa de Coma, which I still enjoyed a bit, and We're in Big Trouble.
This makes the episodes boring to sit through, as they lose the zany style of the original shorts. And another thing that this show lacks is the use of orchestrations. Now, the shorts were called Looney Tunes for a reason. They relied as much on music as they did on the animation. The music helped set the...
Now, I already know about the music, and like about how there's no music and stuff.
Overall dull tone of it. Then there's Lola. To be honest, I never was a fan of this character, even before the show premiered. However, the show changed her from a forgettable character to one that is hard to forget due to how annoying she is. I've heard so many people praise how Lola now has a personality, and how she's the favorite character of a lot of people.
Well, I would say favorite character, but I find Tina Russo to be more of a favorite. And you never even talked about Tina Russo in your previous Looney Tunes show rant. You only made a sarcastic remark. You know, Tina from the classic Tina cartoons. She was hilarious. Yes. Oh, come on. And to be honest, I kind of like both Lolas. Like, the original is like a classic, and I do miss it. But the new one is still funny and grew on me.
Oh, all I see is just another dumb blonde character that we've seen in everything else. She's just Luann Platter wearing a bunny costume. Most of her jokes are from her being stupid, and that's it. Doesn't Daffy already fill that void in this show?
Yeah, and usually I do hope when Daffy and Lola are paired together, I hope Daffy would be smarter than Lola.
Also, it's really frustrating to me seeing that Warner Brothers is trying to claim that she's an official Looney Tunes character. She's not. I don't care how much they try to convince me, Lola is not a Looney Tunes character. She wasn't created by any of the boys from Termite Terrace, so she's not a Looney Tunes character. It would be like saying that Slappy Squirrel or Freakazoid are Looney Tunes characters.
Hey, maybe next Warner Bros. Could, try to say that Tina Russo's a Looney Tunes character too.
So, Lola is just another reason why this show was a chore for me to sit through. Finally, the main thing that makes this show dead upon viewing, the style of humor. The humor of the original Looney Tunes was mostly slapstick, but it also relied a lot on wild take, and that kind of, I think, works well for being something Looney Tunes related. Most of the humor comes from the characters saying something idiotic, followed by a short pause to give the audience time to laugh.
And you mean like laughter at the real audience, because I know there's no laugh track here.
Just because something is awkward doesn't mean it's funny, and Looney Tunes was never awkward. Now, I'd like to address those who might say that I'm letting my nostalgia get the best of me, and that I should accept the changes being made to something that I've been watching since I was unable to walk. If this show is claimed to be Looney Tunes, then that's exactly what it should be. It can't just make changes to something as universally known as Looney Tunes just like that. That is insulting to both fans and the creators of the original shorts. If the Looney Tunes had to be updated now, then how come they weren't updated when I was a kid? When I was watching these shows made over 50 years ago, there's a reason why the Looney Tunes have lasted in everybody's memories as long as they have. Because they are legendary pieces of filmmaking that appeal just as much to adults as they do to children. Those who watched them as kids years ago, Looney Tunes are just fine the way they are. Animators should come up with their own ideas rather than trying to make effortless reimaginings of already established cartoons. All this show is a basic sitcom that just happens to be animated, rarely resembling what it claims to be. It takes both the Looney and Tunes out of the Looney Tunes. When I complain about this show, it's not my inner 5-year-old crying a river. It's my adult mind speaking out. The original Looney Tunes cartoons have made me who I am today, and to see them ruined in such a way is unbearable. They are more than just cartoons that I watch to laugh at. They are pieces of filmmaking that I'm inspired by, and have influenced me to take my life in the direction that I'm taking it. The characters are more than just drawings on paper. They are family. And there's one thing I was taught growing up, and that's nobody disrespects family. So, there are my thoughts as to why I believe the Looney Tunes show is the worst thing I've ever seen. If you like it, good for you.
Well, thank you.
Just do me a favor and try to explain to me why you enjoy it, so maybe I can get a better understanding. As for me, I see it as a make-money fast scheme by Warner Brothers that almost ruined the Looney Tunes forever, and I'll always see it as a complete insult to characters and shorts that I love so much. I'm Ben Tannehill. See you later.
Okay. Hey. Well, there you have it, folks. Now, I hope to maybe renew my Looney Tunes Show Honest Review. And I'll see you next time.